There we go. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. It's my first time back in my studio since the little New Year's Eve bash in my living room. And so I didn't even do a sound test. I was just saying, I'm going to have faith that the sound is working. No, you need to have more than faith, King. You need to check your plugs. So if anybody's in the room, which it looks like there's at least three, say hello. And if you want to do me a favor, let me know that you can hear me by putting a one in the chat because I'm just now back in my studio and coming on live for the first time in 2020. Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's 2020. Yes, the sound is working, most stars saying. Thank you so much for joining me. Great, great, great. Okay, so and Laverne Dorsey says, good morning. Well, thank you so much. Make sure you both leave a thumbs up before you forget. I'm just coming on. It's early in the morning. Well, it's early in the morning for you guys. It's late at night for me. It is 7 a.m. Fort Worth time. And yeah, I just got off of work. And it's my first week back. And I wanted to share some things with you guys. Matter of fact, speaking of sharing, give me un momento, por favor. I want to share out my own stream just to make sure other people, like on Facebook and Twitter and Reddit and Tumblr, make sure that they know that they can join me now. So this is something that I would normally do before I get on live. I do all this stuff privately behind the scenes, but I haven't had a chance to because I said, you know what? It's early. I got some stuff on my mind. I just want to come on real quick and talk for a little bit because I actually have some place to go in about 1 hour. So I'm not going to be on here too long, you guys. I'm not going to be on here too long at all. Give me 1 minute. I want to share this stream out because I got my personal Facebook that I've started sharing it out on, and then I've got the 40 Entrepreneur Drive fan page. And if you would like to follow me and like me on Facebook, you can head over to Facebook after the live stream, not now. Don't leave now. And you can check out some of the stuff that I put on over there. Some of it is the same information that I put on YouTube, but some of it is different. So come join me for a New Year's week chat. Yeah, some of the things that I put on Facebook are the same as YouTube, but YouTube is more for videos. Facebook is for a little bit of this and that. Instagram is more for pictures. So depending on where you follow me, you will find different type of material and content on those. So you can check me out at Instagram. You can check me out at Twitter, which I'm just like tweeting a sentence or two here or there about what's going on with me. And you can follow me on Facebook. I said that already. Okay, now that I've taken care of some housekeeping, how is everybody? How is 2020 getting off to a start for you guys? Let me know. Let me know. How 2020? I'm so excited. I'm like, I got what you call it, butterflies in my stomach. Okay, let me pull up my digital sticky notes because I get sidetracked and I go off on tangents and I lose track of what I'm saying. First off, let me take off this sweater. So, in Texas, we are afforded the ability to go through winter time without wearing too many layers, but it still gets chilly. And I wore a couple sweaters out to work, which sometimes I need them in the place and sometimes I don't. All right. Get all that covered up there. Get all that covered up there. Looking good, looking good. Okay. This week, no, not this week, next week. I thought I missed it yesterday, but next week I'm going back to school. I got 2 classes that I'm going to be taking. Is it next week? No, I got a week and a half. Well, yeah, next Monday. Next Monday I go back to school. I wanted to get my school books yesterday, but I woke up. I didn't wake up late. It's early for me. I work nights. I sleep in the day. But I woke up and I kind of had a headache, so I couldn't really do too much until I laid back down, got back up, and then I was like, oh yeah, school's starting soon. Let me go and call the bookstore and see what I need. And they got what I needed, and they said, yes, we have what you need, and we closed in 15 minutes. I'm like, oh man. So they do open up at 7:45, which means if I get there by like 8 something, I can do what I got to do and come home and go to sleep. Because for me, it's nighttime. I'm on the opposite schedule of everybody else, and then I can get that taken care of. Let's see. Laverne says, I know how that can be when it's on your mind. You have to work on it or you will forget it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I got sticky notes here. And my sticky notes say, talk about school books. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm going to be on here for about an hour. If any of you all have friends or someone that you know would like to join in on the chat, you can hit the share button, which is like the little curved arrow thing. Or if not, it'll just be us talking. So let's see what else I got. My daily makeup challenge on Instagram. If you do follow me on Instagram, as you can see, I am wearing makeup as I said I would be. See? You maybe can't tell, but I have on BB cream. Which is just like tinted concealer stuff. It's not heavy foundation. I don't have makeup on my eyebrows, but I'm using a clear gel kind of thing. It's a clear gel on a brush. And yes, ooh, this one is definitely crooked. But I do have on lashes. And obviously I have on lipstick. So this was my look for yesterday, but because I woke up not feeling too good yesterday, when I got myself ready for work, I had just enough time to snap a picture of myself, but I couldn't put it on Instagram until after I got to work. Well, once I got to work, I had to work, and I had to wait like it was almost break time for me to actually put it on Instagram. So even though the Instagram date says today, this is the look I was wearing yesterday. So I am so far still doing good on my daily makeup challenge of wearing makeup for the next 365 days or next 363 days. So yes, this was my look for yesterday. If you go on Instagram, you will see the picture, but it shows up today. It's because, when the clock strikes 12 midnight, it's the next day. But I just didn't get a chance to post it early enough. So that's that. Let me see. Look at my sticky notes. I wasn't going to put on lashes, but I decided to at the last minute just because I was feeling kind of, I don't know, I guess I was feeling kind of extra, so I wanted to put on something extra. Put the chat on over here so I can look at my chat while I'm looking at my, here we go, look at my chat while I'm looking at myself. So yes, this is cheap dollar store lashes. Blink, blink, blink. They look cheap. To me, they look very baby doll, Barbie doll, kind of like. It's okay. It's a start, right? So I got my dollar store lashes. I have not had my eyebrows. I haven't had my eyebrows like manicured in a really long time. My coworker, Blessel, hi Blessel. She was telling me that I look very pretty today, and she recommended that I get ombre on my eyes. I don't know what that is. I mean, I hadn't had a chance to look it up, but she says it's basically where they go in and I'm thinking it's henna. I don't even know. I didn't even have a chance to look it up. If you know what ombre eyebrows is, let me know. Tell me in the chat room, or you can come back later and tell me in the comments. I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of what it is. What I was just going to do is get my eyebrows waxed. I don't do it often because I have very thin eyebrows as it is. But what I was going to do is like go in. I feel something on this eyelash. I don't see it, but I feel it. What I was just going to go in and get the hair that's underneath just to, manicure it up. I wasn't going to over pluck it or anything. Well, they don't even pluck it nowadays. They either wax or they, what do you call it, with the string thread. But yeah, I'm going to look into that. Maybe that might be a nice short-term, long-term solution so I can have some fuller looking eyebrows. I don't want anything too dramatic because I don't wear makeup like that. But she says it would make a huge difference. I'm feeling hair. I'm feeling something. She says it would make a huge difference to get ombre eyebrows, so I'll look into that. In the meantime, I'll just crayon in some extra color whenever I feel like it. But yeah, that's that. So makeup challenge, so far so good. For me, makeup means a little bit of lipstick and maybe a little bit of eyeliner, no lashes. That's makeup for me. But today I did a little extra. So that's that. Let me make sure my tap chat is off. Make sure it's live chat. Okay, what else we got on the sticky notes list? Um, Feelings about being back to work. Now, if you watched one of my videos from October, just October. So anybody who's been following me knows that I was on strike from my employer, which will remain unnamed. We were on strike for 6 weeks. And during that 6 weeks, some people struggled. I didn't really struggle. I mean, I had to cut back a little bit, but because I had other stuff going on like eBay and whatnot, I was able to kind of coast through. And it gave me the feeling of, yes, I finally own my own business and I work for myself and I don't work for the man. I don't have to go in. Like, I knew I was kind of pretending, but still that's what it felt like. I felt like I'm 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 taking care of myself. I'm working for myself. I don't need to go to a job. So when I had to go back to the job, that's when I started getting all depressed and sad. And I was like, oh man, this is going to suck. Now, the first day I went back and it was no problem. The second day I went back and it was no problem. But the third day, that's when you guys saw me on here and I was crying like, oh, I don't want to go back to work. I hate this place. I don't know where those emotions came from. It was just, I guess it's because even when you leave and come back, like you feel like, oh, I'm refreshed, new start, new me, new whatever. And then you go back and it's the same stuff. Like it's the same crappy policies, some of the same crappy attitudes. And it's like you pick up right where you left off. And so went back feeling like, okay, I was off of work for 6 weeks. It was nice. But then, like I said, it went back and it was the same old, same old. So it was a little touch of depression, a little bit of a setback, but I was okay. I was okay. This time around, however, um, this time around, I'm okay. But I think the difference is for the first time, I have a job. You guys don't know where I work. I don't talk about the name or anything, but my job has different departments, like many jobs probably do. And within each department, there are different things that you can do. And I have not had my own job. I've been what they call a floater. So I float around from here to there and I pretty much fill in wherever I'm needed at any given time. And it keeps things fresh, it keeps things exciting. Notice the heavy air quotes. It keeps things exciting, it keeps things fresh because you never know at any given day which kind of job you're going to be put on. So you learn a lot of new things, you're working in a lot of new areas, and you meet a lot of new people. But it can get old, and sometimes I just want to have like a set spot that I can go into and just, I know where I'm going to park. Like, it's a huge place. I won't say where it is, but it's a huge place, and there are multiple places, like multiple entrances to go to, and multiple parking lots. And so if I'm going to work in, let's say, the east side of the building, but I don't know it until I get there, I might park on the south side of the building one day. Or maybe one day I'll park on the north side of the building and they have me all the way on the west side of the building. And it's just like, it's such a hassle. But now, yay, I have my own job. I got my own job right before we went out for Christmas. And so I have a designated spot that I go to every day. Um, I know where I'm gonna park. I know where I'm gonna be. I know what I'm gonna do. I know who's gonna be around me. I know where the bathrooms are, and it's like everything is just like like it's comfortable. It's comfortable. So I think that has a lot to do with me feeling like I'm relaxed. I'm feeling relaxed. I feel relaxed going into work. I feel like just that, what do you call it, the anxiousness of, oh, where are they going to put me tonight? Because some nights I would have a good night, like, oh, I got this job's easy. And then some nights I would be put somewhere else. I'm like, oh man, I got to do this for the next 8 hours, or oh man, I got to work with this person for the next 8 hours. But where I'm at now, I'm very, very content. And yeah, so I'm happy about that part. What else? Being back to work, my job is pretty comfortable. So, yay me again. I go in, I know what I'm going to do. It's not a hard job, and I get to I am working, just in case my employer is listening. I am working, but I get to do just a little bit of extra when there is downtime. So if my Bible is there, for example, I can read my Bible. Can't stop me from reading my Bible. If I have homework, I can have it on my personal desk, not on the work desk. That's a no-no. I can have it on my personal desk, and I can have a page open. And let's just say there's a little bit of downtime. I can look over and look at it. I can sit down for a little bit, drink some water, get up, do what I'm doing. So it's comfortable and it's predictable. So I do like that part. All right, next part. Talked about my school books. Talked about my feelings of being back to work. Yeah. For the first time, I'm comfortable at work. Like, I'm not saying I'm happy to be there, but I'm comfortable at work, and I'm hoping that it will last. You guys, I got like almost 20 years in this place, and all up until this point, it's been like I've been at the bottom rung of the ladder, so that people that have more time than me can get vacation time quicker than me. They can get better jobs than me, and yeah, those two main things. And so all this time, I've just been like floating around, like it's really tough. But now I can actually, I feel like I can hold my own. I feel like I've earned this spot. I can be here. I can do what I want. Leave me alone. I got time. So anyways, okay, next part. Daniel fast. I talked to you guys about doing up. I got something popping up in my chat over here. Let me move this to the side so I can see. Congratulations is good when you know what you have to do and where you're going. It is excellent. It's a huge thing off my shoulder. It's a huge thing off my shoulder. There's another part to it. I don't know if I want to say it, but I'll try to be as discreet as possible. So with me not having a job before, with me not having my own job, like we would have a little meeting area, and all the people who don't have jobs, who are fill-ins, we sit down in this meeting area. And then the boss comes through and says, okay, Kenya, you go here. Sally, you go here. Amy, you go there. Michael, you go here. And sometimes you notice that some people get easier jobs than others. And it's a frequent, regular thing. And it's like, if we all are the same, meaning we don't have like a job, then it should be like very random. Like, okay, Kenya, you go over here. Okay, now to next day, Kenya, you go over here. Okay, now next day, Kenya, you go over here. And like we're all doing the same amount of hard work and easy work together. But like it was very apparent that sometimes some people were getting the same easy jobs over and over again, and you're sitting there like being the last kid picked for a kickball or something. You're just like, why don't they pick me? Pick me. No, don't put me over there. Put me over there. And it was just like you're just watching this all play out, and there's really nothing you can do about it. You can complain, but nothing really gets done about it. So now, like, I don't even have to be a part of that little game, the little pick me. Like, it's still going on. Those policies are still happening. The politics are still happening, but I don't have to see it. I don't have to be a part of it. It's like, do what you're going to do. I don't care because I got my own job now. So anyway, that's just an extra layer of I don't have to worry where I'm going to be put. I don't have to sit here and watch this unfairness. I can just go in and breeze through the night. It's just a breeze, man. It's just a breeze. So yeah. Okay, next part is I talked about school books. I talked about work, the Daniel fast. That's what I was going to say. So I don't know if I'm going to post the pictures on not Facebook. Well, I guess I could do them on Facebook. I was going to say, I don't know if I'm going to post my pictures on Instagram because for the next, I don't know, at least for the next couple months, next couple weeks, I'm going to use Instagram just to show you guys my face. Just my face. It's my face. Is Kenya wearing makeup like she said she was going to? Let's check on Instagram. Yep, she put on makeup today. So I'm just going to do the makeup stuff on Instagram. I might throw in some extra stuff. But on Facebook, later on, check it out. 40 Entrepreneur Drive at Facebook. I'm going to put the foods that I've been eating because I'm trying my best to do the Daniel fast. If you don't know what the Daniel fast is, Daniel was a dude, a faithful dude in the Bible. This is my biblical reference. Daniel was in the Bible. I don't remember the whole story, but the king was trying to feed his men this rich and fatty foods and whatever, and Daniel was like, no, I'm a Christian. I can I'm paraphrasing here, so if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm a Christian. Through my faith, I will have the strength of such and such to fight strong. And the king was like, no, you got to eat like everybody else or else you're going to be weak. And then Daniel was like, no, just watch. Just feed me food, or just feed me fruit and vegetables and water, and I'll be as strong as anybody else. Basically, that's the gist of it. And so through that, they went like through 30 days, and all the king's men, they ate this, rich fatty food. And then Daniel ate just healthy, from the earth foods. And at the end, he was the healthiest and the strongest. And they were like, what? So, anyways, a lot of Christians do follow the Daniel fast just to, just like a time of sacrifice and giving up and just basically getting back to the basics. And because it is so hard to do, because it's a struggle, you will be praying more and you'll be getting closer to God, because it's like, man, I want some steak and potatoes. I want some cheesecake. I want some fried. You're craving all this stuff that you're used to eating, right? You're craving it, but you're trying to stay on this fast, which is not like not eating at all. You're just giving up processed foods, and you're giving up like salt and sugar and all this other stuff. But there's a list of foods that you can eat, basically fruits and vegetables and water only. Why do I want to do it? One, because I am trying to get stronger in my faith. Two, because I need a detox. I've been so bloated lately. TMI, but ask my daughter. I've been real bloated. My stomach has been nasty lately. So that's telling me, my body is telling me, we need a reset. We need a reset. Something's out of order. Something's out of whack. And so I definitely need to reset my body. And that's why I want to do the Daniel fast. And I talked about the spiritual part already, right? So I'm trying to be a better Christian, trying to be a better Christian woman. And yeah, I need to pray more. And this is definitely making me pray because it's hard. However, I've been failing miserably. Why have I been failing miserably? Well, a couple reasons. Okay, first, how do they call it? Poor preparation, something, piss poor performance. Hello, Finley River Kennels. Hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm talking about my first week back to work and the new year and some other interesting stuff. Maybe interesting. It's interesting to me. So I'm my first 2 or 3 days on my first 2 days on the Daniel fast have failed because one, I did not prepare proper. What is it? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's like proper preparement, piss poor performance, or something like that. Anyways, if you don't prepare to plan, you're going to plan to. Anyways, I didn't go shopping. In a nutshell, I didn't go shopping. I did not go grocery shopping because I was so busy doing Vlogmas every day. Totally consumed me. Because I wasn't doing live streams. I was doing a lot of recorded stuff, and it took a lot of time editing. And so I didn't go grocery shopping. If you're going to do a Daniel fast, you need to go to the grocery store and stock up on a lot of fruits and vegetables or whatever you're going to be eating. But I didn't do that. So here it is, January 1st, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do the Daniel fast. I don't have any food at home. And I got to go to work tonight. It's my first night back. I had to go back January 1st. That was my first night back. Well, they consider it January 2nd because it's midnight, but it was January 1st. So I'm in Target. I made a video about that, I think yesterday or the day before. I made a video about that. You see me going through my shopping cart. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this frozen food here. It's vegan. Oh, look at this one. It's vegetarian. Oh, this one looks good. So I'm stacking up on all these healthy things, right? And I also got I got the Asian pear that I was telling you guys about. Take that off there. I got the Asian pear. I got some apples that I haven't eaten yet. If you haven't tried an Asian pear before, they are delish. So I'm going through all this. Oh, and also, aside from the Daniel fast, I do still want to give up milk because I think I don't have health issues, but I think it will help me out in some ways that I've talked about before with the voice stuff and also just sounding nasally. And they say when you give up milk and dairy, your skin will clear up if you have skin issues. So I'm looking at these frozen food packages and I'm like, okay, vegan. Vegan is good because vegans don't eat milk. They don't eat anything from animals. They don't eat eggs from chicken, and they don't eat milk from cows or goats. They don't eat any animal products. So it says vegan on the product, on the package, and I'm like, I'm good to go. I'm going to be good on the Daniel fast. So the first night I did good. I ate my little frozen dinner. It was okay. Actually, it was pretty good, but it just wasn't enough. Like the little frozen food packages, it's just not enough. I'm hungry. I'm a big girl. I got a big appetite. So I'm eating that, and that went okay. Okay, quick backstory. So a couple days before the new year, me and my daughter went shopping at Target. We got her some art supplies. I got some snacks. One of my snacks was a bag of popcorners. I don't know if you've heard of them before, but popcorners are like popcorn chips. Like they look like tortilla chips because they're triangular, but they're crispy like tortilla chips, but they're made out of popcorn. I guess they're supposed to be healthier or whatever, but they're popcorners. Look them up. They're called popcorners. So I got those, and then I got the sea salt, not the sea salt. I got the kettle corn. I got the kettle corn flavored ones. I like kettle corn. And we only had a few things, right? So we ended up checking out at the front counter at the customer service. Not the spin around thing or not anything in the back. So we're checking out at customer service. My daughter's got her bags. We got a couple things for the house, her art supplies, and my little popcorners, right? Get home, and like, Target was about to close. So we get home, and I'm like, we're putting all the stuff away, and I'm going to come in here and do some editing. And I'm like, ooh, I want those popcorners. I want those little popcorn chips. Where's my popcorn chips? And I swore up and down. I told my daughter, where's my chips? Where's my chips? Did you eat them? Did you hide them? Did you forget them? Did you not put them in the car? And I remember we brought all the bags out. What happened? Where are my popcorn chips? The popcorn chips are still at Target. How do I know? Because when we went back 2 days later, I said, just go up to the counter, just go up there and just ask. She went and asked one person. They said, nope, we don't keep stuff like that here at the counter. I go up there and ask a different person. I said, ma'am, I was here 2 days ago and we checked out and we only had like 3 or 4 bags. Is it possible that you guys that I left behind a bag of popcorners? It was like a red bag, and she turned around and pulled out my popcorners, still in the bag. Like, for whatever reason, they bagged everything up together, and just that one bag of popcorn they put in a single solitary bag. I'm like, how can you forget that? Like, you know how the counter space is at customer service. It's a long counter with nothing up there. I'm like, how could I have forgotten that? How did that get left behind? And she says, it got left behind because you didn't pick it up. I'm like, Now, what did she say? Now, apologize to your daughter, because I had told her, I was like, man, I thought my daughter ate my popcorn, and I was getting on her case, like, why'd you eat my food and hide it? She's like, yeah, you should apologize to your daughter, but yeah, you just didn't pick it up. I'm like, what? So, anyways, okay, now we're gonna fast forward again. Fast forward back to now, to the Daniel fast. Go to work. I eat my little frozen food. I eat my apple because I took an apple. I eat my Asian pear because I took an Asian pear. I took my dairy-free yogurt, which probably shouldn't be on the Daniel fast, but it's not dairy. And I took my dairy-free yogurt and I had a whole bunch of almonds. I opened this up, ate my almonds. So I'm trying my best to be like, okay, I'm satisfied. I ate just enough. But like, come 3 o'clock in the morning, that's like my lunchtime, I'm still hungry. Come 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm pretty hungry. Come 5, I'm ravenous. Come 6, get me to the nearest food counter. And I got home, and like, subconsciously, I think I was telling myself, I am going to demolish that bag of popcorners. So what did I do, guys? What did I do? When I got home, what did I do? Did I go straight to bed just so I could say, forget about it, you're in the bed now, tomorrow's a new day? Well, not tomorrow, but this afternoon's a new day. No. Before I even touched my bed, I picked up those bag of popcorners, broke open the bag, and just start munching. And they were so good. They were so good. They were very, very good. They were extremely good. Yeah, popcorners are not on the Daniel fast. 1, because it's sugar. 2, because it's processed. That's about it. Because it's sugar, because you're not supposed to eat sugar, and because it's processed. Now, if it was corn, because it is popcorn, if it was corn, okay, that's one thing. But you're not supposed to have sugar, you're not supposed to have like overly processed food. It's just supposed to be food from the earth. So I messed up on the Daniel fast my first day. Second day, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try better, and Lord forgive me, and Lord give me strength. I'm going to stay disciplined, and I'm only going to eat food from the earth, and I'm going to pray on the rest, right? So I took some more of my frozen foods, which I showed the picture. I showed you guys in the buggy, the types of food. There was two different brands, but they both said vegan or vegetarian, and they both say dairy free. So I get to work tonight. Oh yeah, and then I also got like some almond butter, not almond butter. It looks like guacamole, almond ranch flavor, something or other. It's vegetarian, it's vegan, and so I was like, okay, it's healthy. Daniel ate avocados. I'm sure he did off the tree. Daniel ate cashews and almonds off the tree. Okay, they didn't have ranch back then, but work with me, Lord. So I got my little avocado dip. I got some pita bread because pita bread is flat bread. You know, like the Jewish people eat unleavened bread or whatever. Like when you don't put yeast in it so that it rises. So I got some pita bread to go with it, and I'm like, I'm good. I go to work. I'm eating my pita bread with my little dip, and my coworker was like, "I thought you were on the Daniel fast. You can't eat bread." And I'm like, Laverne Dorsey says you have to eat the amount of calories for your weight. Well, I'm not doing it for weight loss. I mean, I'm not really keeping track of weight and calories and things like that. I'm pretty much just eating. Which, if you are eating from the earth and if you're eating on the Daniel fast, since it's nothing but fruits and vegetables, you can eat all you want. You can eat up to the amount of calories for your weight. But my problem is I didn't plan it out. I didn't plan it properly. I did not plan at all. So I'm eating my little pita bread with my avocado dip stuff, and my coworker says, "Are you eating bread? You're not supposed to eat bread on the Daniel fast." And I stick my chest out and I said, "This is unleavened bread. This is flatbread. You can eat flatbread on the Daniel fast because I looked it up, and actually, if as long as it's homemade, like they call it chapati bread, and they call it something else. But if you make it homemade, and it's supposed to be basically flat, like flat, like paper thin flat when you make it. That's unleavened bread. And I'm showing her the package, and I'm like, see right here, this is pita bread. It's unleavened, and it's whole wheat. And I'm looking, and it says might be made with eggs, milk, and butter. Right there on the package. Didn't even read it. I'm like, yeah, I messed up again. So because you can eat flatbread, but you really do have to read the ingredients. The other day when I went to the Mediterranean shop and I ate my little my baba ganoush and all that. Now the pita bread that came from there was probably more than likely real flatbread because they eat like a lot of their foods that they eat are still like Bible day foods. So yeah, I messed up on that. And then my frozen food dinner, right? So I got this dish and it's called cauliflower mac. It's by I don't know if my phone's still on. Oh, my phone's still on. That's a miracle. My phone dies left and right, you guys. Left and right. I'm gonna see if I can show you a quick picture. Oh, I got 71%. Hey, my phone must have been charging after all. Give me un momento, por favor, and I will show you. Okay, so this is. That's a very bad picture. That's a very bad picture. Let me see if I can show you another one. No, I cannot show you a better picture. Okay, so this is a picture of the box, and that's my food that I was eating at work. And it says right on there, cauliflower mac. And I've watched plenty of YouTube videos where they make like comfort foods only with vegetables. So there's a way that you can make cauliflower macaroni and cheese. You make the cauliflower, you make it's not fake cheese, it's like almond milk cheese or something like that. And the way it looks on here, all I see is roasted cauliflower and something that looks like shredded cheese. So I'm eating it, and I'm gonna zoom it up for you just a little bit. I'm eating it, and I'm eating it, and I'm like, man, this is the best non-macaroni and cheese I've ever had. This is some pretty good stuff. I'm like, it's so good, it's almost like real pasta. And I start looking, and it's real pasta. And I had to look at the box. I said, now, wait a minute now. They told me it's going to be cauliflower mac. Cauliflower mac. Let's make mac and cheese out of cauliflower. But then I go and I read the packaging, and it says, well, it's not on here. I didn't take a good picture that way. I didn't take a good picture that way either. But it says something like vegan cheese, roasted cauliflower, almond milk, pasta. You're not supposed to have pasta on the Daniel fast. Strike two. So, yeah. And then, now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't be having the yogurt, even though it's not milk, but it's processed. And you're not supposed to have any processed food. You're supposed to eat very, very plain, basic type food. Matter of fact, I'll even look it up real quick. Can you have yogurt on the Daniel fast? I don't think you can. Can you have yogurt on the Daniel fast?
According to Cooking Light, instead, participants are encouraged to obtain protein from legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Dairy is also not allowed on this diet, but you can substitute unprocessed or homemade non-dairy milks in recipes.
You can substitute unprocessed or homemade non-dairy milks and recipes. So basically, if I was to make that, it wasn't soy yogurt, it was almond milk yogurt. So if I was to make that almond milk yogurt homemade, it would be okay. But the fact that it was, they process it, they do put some preservatives in it so it doesn't spoil. Yeah, that yogurt, I probably shouldn't be eating it. Baked seasoned cauliflower with olive oil is good. Yes, it is. And once I go grocery shopping, I will be eating that. I haven't gone grocery shopping. So, yeah, that's my Daniel fast, you guys. You know what? As a matter of fact, on my way home today, like the hour before I was getting off work, I was thinking to myself, Lord, forgive me. The Daniel fast is done. The Daniel fast is done. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I want to go home and I want to eat something that's not on the list. I'm probably gonna get something on the way home. Like I was thinking that thinking that the whole way as I was getting ready to leave. But so far so good. I made it home. I said, well, I messed up day 1. I messed up day 2. There's always day 3, right? So that's that. I might bite into this Asian pear at some point just because I'm that hungry. All night I was complaining, I'm hungry. My coworker beside me, she does extra work outside of the job too. And she was like, all night she was like, I'm sleepy. Like she was bad off. That was me. That was me a couple weeks ago. During Vlogmas, I was real bad. I wasn't getting any sleep. So as much as she kept saying, I'm sleepy, I kept saying, I'm hungry. Because I wasn't bringing enough food, and 2, eating light, I was going to say sucks. Eating light doesn't suck. Eating light is just hard. It's really hard to do. Okay, next on the list, since we talked about my Daniel fast fails, and we talked about my daily makeup on Instagram. I did talk about that, didn't I? I'm wearing makeup every day for a year, and I will be showing my face on Instagram. And you can check it out and come talk to me and give me tips and advice and tell me how it looks either on Instagram or here, and just to help me stay accountable. Like, hey, Kenya, you said you're going to wear makeup every day. I didn't see any Instagram pic today. So anyway, that's that. Feelings about being back to work. I talked about that. Yes, talked about that. My weights and measurements. I am 3 days into January and I haven't taken my weight. And I haven't taken any measurements for my weight loss challenge. So I do want to lose 50 pounds this week at least. Part of that is because of my climb Mount Fuji challenge. If you haven't heard already, I want to go to Japan this year and I want to climb Mount Fuji. Yeah, it's a thing. I've been talking about it. And you have to be in shape to do that. You have to have some type of, active lifestyle. So I need to be walking every day. Have I been doing that? No. I need to be going to the gym and doing some type of strength training. Have I been doing that? No. And I would like to lose a little bit of weight because if I'm pulling myself up a mountain, I'm not trying to pull extra weight that I don't have to. So, yes, I need to do a weigh-in and measurement, and I haven't done that. I was thinking about doing it now, but I don't have the camera set up, so I will probably also put that on Facebook. So, remind me when you see me on social media to give you guys the pictures of my Daniel Fast feast/fails and also of my weights and measurements. Okay, I got 3 more to go through, and then I'm going to get off of here so I can go to the bookstore because Now that I'm sitting down, I'm actually getting kind of tired, and I don't want to go to the bookstore, but I want to catch them before they get gets later in the day, and somebody might take the supply of books, because when it's getting close to school time, actual going to class time, then they run out of books early. Okay, school books, talked about that. Secret admirer. Ooh, somebody likes Kenya. Maybe, probably, I think. So there's this guy at my job, and I don't really work close to him, but I work close enough where he walks by me often, and he'll say something, or whether he'll say something, or stop and talk for like a quick second, not too much, not really. I don't even know his name now that I think about it. He teases me. That's what he does. He's not really talking to me. He'll tease me and say something just kind of weird, but not bad. And every once in a while, he start getting real comfortable. He'll walk by me, and before I know it, he'll goose me in my side. He'll hit me he'll like poke me in my side, right in my roll, right in the fat of my roll. And I'm like, hey! I'm like, what? And he'll be gone. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? And then my coworker was like, somebody likes you. I was like, well, somebody needs to stop liking the fat on my roll, and that's rude. Labor? But I wouldn't do that. I think if I told him stop, he'd stop. But it happened so quick. I'm just like, he'll walk by, and before I know it, he's a funny guy. So anyhow, and every once in a while he'll stop by and say something like, oh, what are you reading over here? I didn't know you could read. Some little smart thing like that. And then yesterday, which was my first night back to work, I wear makeup, and this guy came back. What made you want to climb that mountain? Laverne says. I want to do something major in life. I want to go to Japan. I really like Japan. I want to go there. And while I'm there, I want to do something big. I'm not a big shopping person. Some people would love to go abroad and go shopping and bring back souvenirs and get different fashion items, things like that. That's not my deal. Like, I'm more of an experienced person. So I want to go see what I can see, and I want to do what I can do. And Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan, and it is also like a World Heritage Site. And it would make a really cool YouTube video. So like I said, if I go there, I want to do something challenging, and I want to do something that will be a really good experience and also a good memory. And I think I might have convinced my daughter to actually do it with me. She told me all out no in the beginning, and yeah, I think she might be on board now. So that will be interesting. Stay tuned for that. And if you would like to support me in my climb and want to give me some money, you can donate to my GoFundMe page, which you can find on my website, 40entp.com. Yes, I am taking donations. I'm saving my own money. I probably will have to work some overtime, even though I don't like overtime, but I might have to work whatever overtime they offer. But I'm also accepting willing participants' money towards my way. So yes, I have a GoFundMe account. You can find it at my website. And yeah, so that's that. But that's why I want to climb Mount Fuji. Okay, back to the secret admirer. So he's a nice guy. I mean, I'm not disinterested, but I'm not interested, because I'm so focused on YouTube, and I'm focused on eBay, and I'm focused on, I want to make my own business. I'm super focused. A relationship would be nice, but I'm really not in the mindset for a relationship. So I'm not looking at him like that, right? But so yesterday he came to me because, one, I look different. Let me see. Gotta get this sticky note out of the way so I can see myself in the mirror. Well, not the mirror, but there we go. So I can see myself in the what's the name? So obviously I look different. Obviously I look real different. See my little clip? This is actually a hair clip thing. So I look real different, right? I look real different than I normally look. And I'm not talking about the makeup. For those of you who don't want to call out the elephant in the room, I am wearing a scarf on my head. And I'm wearing it in a way that is very distinctive. I wore it like this yesterday for the first time. And my daughter looked at me and didn't say anything. And so I asked her, hey, what you think about my new look? She said, I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying anything because I don't want. Well, I think she said I don't want her to hurt your feelings, or I don't want to make you mad, or I don't want to. I'm just not saying anything. And I said, so what are we? Thumper from Bambi. If you can't say something nice, she don't say nothing at all. And she's like, exactly. So, anyways, there have been reactions on the way I have been wearing my scarf. And this particular guy, going back to the secret admirer, he says he came up to me and he said assalamu alaikum, which is a typical Muslim greeting of, peace be unto you. And I looked at him and I know what it meant, but I wasn't going to say it back because I'm not Muslim, so I wasn't going to respond to confirm something that he might have thought. I said, peace be unto you, brother, I'm a Christian. And he says, oh, are you sure you're wearing your hair or something? I said, yeah, a lot of Christians cover their hair up. Maybe not in this particular style, but yeah, that's just how I'm doing it. And he's like, and he walked off. And I haven't had any other playful behavior from him since. Well, I take that back. He did steal my book and give it back. He didn't steal it, but like I said, this guy has a funny sense of humor. The way that I'm sitting now, like this is my little resting spot at my job. And my desk is here. Well, you can't see, but my desk is like here, whatever. And he'll like come from behind me and like, he took my book and he was like, hey, want to read a good book? I was like, sure, what you got? And he hands me my book. It's like, I'm looking like, I got that book. And I was like, hey, you took my book. He was like, ha, ha, ha. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. I'm like, really, dude? Really? You're in my area. So other than that, he really had been kind of like, doing his own thing. And then even my coworker said, oh, your secret admirer hasn't been talking to you anymore. What's up with that? And I think it's because he's a Muslim. And I'm not. And I told him so. I don't know what's up with that, but Bunnicula Vampire Bunny, hello, and try to say that fast 3 times. Good morning and hello. I'm talking about my first week back. How are you today? Yes, Orthodox Greek and otherwise wear those. Yes. Well, here's the thing. I'm talking about my so-called secret admirer, which it's a guy at work. We don't really talk to each other or work with each other like that. But every once in a while he'll do something goofy, and it's kind of like middle school, that how boys were in middle school and they're kind of like doing little silly stuff, nothing major. So anyways, I guess this guy is Muslim, and he asked me, he said assalamu alaikum, and like I said, I know what it meant, and I said peace be unto you, I'm a Christian. And he's like, oh, and then he gave me a little bit of lip, and then he went back to his job, and then he really hadn't said anything else to me. And then he did the little joke where he stole my book and said, hey, want to read a good book? And he gave me my book. And it's funny because for the last, like, I've worked with this guy for, I don't know, at least maybe a year or so now. Like, because I move around in different spots of my job, I don't work with him all the time, but I've known him for maybe 2 years. Yeah, I think I've known him for 2 years, and he's kind of had the same demeanor. Like, he's a nice guy, kind of playful, kind of, I don't know, it's just weird. Good looking guy, but I'm really not interested because I'm super duper focused on getting my business off the ground. But it's funny because I do kind of feel like since we had that conversation, I feel like a wall went up. Like, you're interested in me before you knew I had any religion. And now that I tell you what it is, I don't know. I might be overthinking it. If I'm overthinking it, tell me, Kenya, you're overthinking it, or you never know. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really matter because, like I said, I'm not looking for that. Okay. My second part, other than the secret admirer, is more reactions to my scarf. So I already talked about my daughter's reaction, which was, and here's the funny thing. Funny thing is, I've been watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube on just head coverings. I like the kind where you just kind of wrap. Kind of looks like a upside down tornado. Well, that's what I call it. They call it a turban. To me, this is a turban. See, I'm wearing a turban under here. I'm wearing a turban underneath, and to me, this is a turban. It's a pre-made turban. But the YouTube tutorials that I've been watching, they do like other styles where they either call it a goddess wrap, or a turban. There's a lot of African styles that I don't know all the names, and they call it, like, I watched the Jewish ladies when they do theirs. I can't remember what they call it. The Orthodox Christian women wear theirs in a different way. Um, and then a lot of the Muslim, I do watch Muslim hijab tutorials, obviously, because I'm wearing a hijab style scarf. But I think they're beautiful. I think there's lots of different ways to wear it. And if you've been watching me from December, even from December on, or maybe November on, you've seen, I'm either wearing this or some kind of hat or something else, because I've just been called for whatever reason. Like, I want to cover my hair up. Like, that's just what I've been telling myself. Or is that what the Holy Spirit has been telling me? I don't know. But I'm just like, I want to cover my hair up. I want to cover my hair up. And here's the funny thing. Funny thing is, I've been covering my hair up for most of my life. However, I've been doing it with either a hat or a bandana, just like a regular, Walmart bandana, the little paisley kind or whatever kind of color. So I've been doing it already anyways, but I've mostly been doing it because I'm like, I don't want to comb my hair. Like, I don't like doing my hair. I've never liked doing my hair. I like having my hair done, but I don't like paying for it. And I don't like sitting there for hours and hours and end. So yeah, it's a thing. But I've worn bandanas over my head for the longest, and I wear hats and sometimes not beanies too much. That's not my thing. That's like more like my kids' things. Flirting, yeah, a little bit flirting. There's a lot more than flirting going on at my job, not with me. But we'll save that for a story time. I won't put anybody's business out there. But there's a lot going on at my job because, and I mentioned this before in another video, we work so much. We work so much overtime for years upon years upon years upon years. We're in there so much that we're basically spending more time with each other in that place than our own families. We're spending more time with members of the opposite sex more than our own spouses or significant others. So yes, there are definitely work husbands and work wives in there, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, in my case, it's just humble, simple flirting that happens like maybe once or twice a week, and that's it. But yeah, there's a lot of flirting going on in my job. We're in there too much. We're in there too much, which is why I have my 40 and under philosophy. My philosophy of 40 and under. My philosophy is the president of the 40 and under club is to work a minimum of 40 hours and less whenever possible. I feel like I got a booger in my nose. Sorry, as I'm sitting here talking, you ever do that when you're talking and you feel something go foo 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 foo? You feel it and you like try to get it inconspicuously and you don't see it. So I'm sorry about that, but I was trying to do my little spiel. Okay. So yes, I, Kenya, of the president of the 40 and under club, do declare that I will not work more than 40 hours whenever possible. That's my thing, because I say life is too short to be at work all the time. Work less, live more. However, I may have to retire my t-shirt. Because I really do want to go to Japan, and I don't know. I don't know how many people would be willing to fund me on GoFundMe, but there's that. There's my eBay sales, which are very slow. They're steady but slow. And then yeah, the only obvious way for me to pay for my trip, other than my savings, is to work overtime. But yeah, okay. Back to the scarf reactions. So that was my daughter's reaction. Is her reaction was no reaction. It was written all over her face, but she didn't want to say it because she didn't want to be rude. And then my son, who saw me just a couple of hours later, he says, so what religion are you this week? I'm like, Christian, same as I was last week. Are you sure about that? And my son's got this kind of cynical type of humor anyway, so I'm used to him. But I wish my daughter would have spoke up, because I really wanted to just like, you know what? It's like this. When you don't know something, you should ask. That way you can be informed and educated. And if I'm wrong in teaching something, then somebody has an opportunity to teach me, right? So when we have these conversations, we actually get to learn things and know things, and it's not just assumptions and stereotypes, right? But yes, like Vampire Bunny says, Orthodox Greek and otherwise do wear them, and in this particular style. Matter of fact, the first time I even seen this type of style headscarf was well, growing up that I knew about it was the Russian babushka. Is that what they call their grandmothers? The babushka or whatever. So when I think of this kind of style, well, no, theirs is more like just plain and under the chin, right? But it's still pretty much like covering part of the face. So I think of Russian grandmothers when I think of this style, which they're probably just considered Orthodox Christian and whatnot. Let me see, my daughter, my son, people out in public pretty much don't say anything. I haven't had any bad reactions. My coworker, who actually, before I wore this particular scarf, excuse me, before I wore this particular scarf, there is an infinity. I have an infinity scarf, which is like a winter scarf. It's a little bit knitted. It's knitted like this, like kind of you can see through it. And it's an infinity scarf, and it gets kind of chilly in my job, which is why I ended up started wearing a sweater at work. But it gets so chilly that sometimes I have to like cover up my neck. Like it's too hot to put on a jacket, but they'll have blowers on and like industrial fans blowing, so it gets kind of chilly. And I'm like, man, I gotta cover my neck up. Ooh. And since it's an infinity scarf, I can like wear it big and over my head, and I'll like kind of have my hands in it like that, or just like wrap it around twice. And the way I was wearing it right before we went out for Christmas holiday, the way I had it was basically like this. I had it down, twisted, and pushed, pulled over my shoulders. And my coworker says, "Oh, so you going Muslim now, or you're turning Muslim now?" And I'm like, because I'm wearing my infinity scarf on my head and my neck. I said, no, I'm cold and I'm wrapping my head and my neck up. Oh, and she didn't say anything about it. I said, but actually, I have been thinking about wearing some Muslim style scarves because I want to cover my hair up. If you notice, I've been covering my hair up lately, and I'm thinking of different styles. And she's like, oh, you don't want to do all that. So that was that reaction. And then I had one guy who is a Christian, because he wears a lot of Christian shirts. He walked by and he said, I like your scarf. That was that. And then there's a guy who sells waters at my job. And I went and bought a water from him. And he's kind of got a cynical. He's a he's a funny guy. He shoots straight from the hip. He shoots straight from the hip. No, what do you call it? No chaser. And he was just like, what? Are you Muslim now? But he didn't say it in a bad way. He was just like, it was just, that's just how he talked. Like, oh, you Muslim now? I said, no, I'm Christian. Oh, you don't look like it. I said, well, that might be, but I am. I'm just being modest in my own unique way. And that was interesting. And the only other one was, let me see, the Assalamu alaikum one. You Muslim now? Oh yeah, and then yesterday, not with this one, but there's a yellow one that I wore in another live stream, but I wore it up like a turban style. And that one is not as light as this one. This one is nice and light. This one I got at Rainbow. Me and my daughter went to Rainbow. Um and I'm finding it's hard pressed. I don't even have one in here. It's hard pressed to find an actual scarf that is like long enough to be able to wrap up for hairdos and stuff like that. Like the ones they sell at the beauty supply, they're like skinny and narrow, and they're not long enough. So I could tell from the mannequin that it was hanging on that this would do because it was wide. It's like wide, and it's really long, so I can do different stuff with it. But when I wore the other one yesterday, and at first when I wore it into work, I wore it like this, wrapped around the head once, and then like draped. And it was great because it was cold last night. Going in at 10 o'clock at night, it was cold. It was bitter cold. So it was like the perfect little shield against the cold. And I didn't have on a V-neck. I just had on a regular t-shirt. So, see, there's that mucus building up. There's that mucus building up again. That's why I need to give up dairy. But as I'm going through the parking lot, I'm like, oh, this feels so nice and warm and cozy. And then as I go into the plant, I'm like, okay, it's not gonna work. And as I start moving around and doing different things, just that little bit of me producing my own body heat, I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna work. So I took it from the way it was like this, and I just basically rewrapped it. I didn't even have to take it all the way off my head. I just unwrapped it from around my neck and put it up. But everybody that saw me coming into the plant into the warehouse was kind of, I got a couple looks, but that's to be expected. You don't see me wearing my hair like this, or you don't see me wearing a scarf on my head like this, and then all of a sudden on a new year I come back wearing it. So that was to be expected. But I didn't get any bad reactions. I got a lot of Happy New Year's, which we all greeted each other Happy New Year, but nobody really asked anything, and that's okay. Oh yeah, and then one more thing. Oh yeah, my other coworker. She told me I need to be careful because I might be offending some people or insulting some people. I said the same thing the Vampire Bunny said. No, lots of cultures do it. She says yes, but in black culture, African culture, we don't do it like that. Or how did she say? She either said we don't do it like that, or they might think that you are being offensive or whatever if you're not practicing that. And then she says, well, that comes from us anyway. I don't remember exactly how she said it, but I'm like, well, if it comes from African traditions, I got some African tradition in me at some point, so I should be good, right? As long as I explain myself, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, I think we're good. And then I was like, Muslims don't own the patent on this. It's just a style. It's just a way to do it. Just want to say it once. After yesterday, reactions might be different. Uh, how? Like more or less or neutral or like they're used to it? My coworker, before we left for the end of the night, no, a different coworker, she said something about in the news. As a matter of fact, she asked me my opinion. She, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV, period. I have a TV. I don't even know if it works. It's only in there because my son plays his Xbox games on it or the Switch games. I don't watch the news, but my coworker was telling me something like, and I don't know if she thought I was Muslim. I'm pretty sure she knows I'm Christian, but she says, "I just want to ask your opinion on something based off of what happened in the news." And I was like, "Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about." And then she said somebody got fired. Somebody got fired for um oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that show. Oh man. No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know. I don't watch the news. With my depression and anxiety, which you probably can't tell, but I live with depression and anxiety like real bad, real bad. Because of that, I have stopped watching the news for like at least 5 years now. I stopped watching TV before that. But like even on my phone, I don't watch the news because I can't. I get the weather and traffic on my phone, and other than that, I get the rest of word of mouth from my coworkers. Really, really. Okay, see now my coworker that first told me like, Trump is starting a war. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I thought I didn't know if she was exaggerating or if it had something to do with the impeachment. Because I really don't keep up with it. I'm telling you, for the past 5 years, I have not kept up with the news, and I don't feel like I've lost anything from it. Like there's so much of this stuff going on in there, and then it blows over, and then something else happens, and then it blows over, then something else happens, and I feel like everybody's in a constant state of shock of, did you hear? Did you hear? And I don't have to experience that because I don't watch the news, but mm, okay, you can, but I'm glad that you told me. I have a few filters on my thing, but it's mostly for trolls. But I do understand where you're just basically telling me what's going on. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. But you know what? How easy would it be for me to just say, well, good thing I'm not Muslim. Let me take this off. Like, how easy would that be for me to do, right? But the thing is, I wasn't doing it for that anyways. I was doing this for modesty. look at my other videos, but for people who don't know me, they wouldn't know my history, right? I was doing it for modesty, and I just think it looks good. Trump made a decision without Congress. That's what my coworker was telling me. She says, "Girl, Trump has made us go to war." And like I said, she didn't go into it anymore because we're working. Like, I'm working on my stuff, she's working on her stuff, and she would just come and tell me stuff every once in a while and walk away. So I'm just like sitting here with an incomplete story, and because I don't watch the news, I didn't actually look it up. I didn't know what she was talking about. He made a decision without Congress. Yeesh. Oh my. I can only imagine. No, I didn't know. Well, I'm definitely not trying to make a statement. I'm definitely not trying to make a statement one way or another. That may or may not influence me on how I continue to wear my scarf, but I like it. I think it's pretty. I want to be more modest. I've always been a modest person. I taught my daughter how to be modest. Like, I mean, I'm not putting judgment out. The world's falling apart. Other countries are very upset. Gee whiz. Ooh. I might have to break my promise to myself to not watch the news and find what's going on. I didn't know. Mm. Yeah, me and my daughter have always been pretty much modest. Like, we wear culottes instead of like short shorts. Even now, like, she doesn't wear tight pants. She gets a lot of her dressing from me. So I wear loose stuff. I've always worn loose stuff. And some of it is because I'm an overweight girl and I want to be comfortable and I don't want my stuff tight on me. But even when I go to my job, there are a lot of overweight girls, my size and bigger, that love it tight, tight, showing everything. And that's just never been my style. So even this past year, I'm like, I've always been modest, and I just want to cover my hair up. I think you can be fashionable without, having your hair done all the time. And I was looking for different styles, and I've been doing the turbans, and I've been doing either the self-made turbans or turbans like this or just like this. But yeah, didn't know. Ooh. Oh, that's what my coworker was saying before. She says, "What did you think about what's going on in the news? And you might be getting harassed." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But she was talking about what happened in the news. I didn't know. I thought she just meant in general because there is like National Hijab Day, right? National Hijab Day is like when anybody of any color, race, creed, religion can wear a scarf in this fashion in solidarity for Muslim women because they do get what do you call it? Profiled. From what I hear, they get profiled and they can get harassed and things like that. So for one day, whether you're Muslim or not, you can just wear your hair covered up and see how it feels. Eesh. Well, you know what? Iraq said they are going to retaliate hard. Well, ooh, Daniel fast or not, I'm really glad that I am starting to read my Bible more because if it's as bad as you say it is and as bad as my coworker says it is, Lord help us all. I mean, really, Lord help us all. Peace into the world. Oh man. I'm really conflicted. I don't know why I'm conflicted, but I'm conflicted because, like I said, in the next, oh well, the bookstore is open now. So I was going to be online until the bookstore opened up. I'm going to college, going back to school. I got to go up to the college to the bookstore. So in the next 20 minutes, do I take my scarf off? Do I wrap it differently? My whole point was just to be modest, anyways. But I guess I can be modest in a different way. I could be modest in a different way. I mean, if I go out, see, now even I'm just trying to be modest. Like now, that's not showing anything, right? That's not showing anything. There's no cleavage, but I'm just going the extra mile because that's what I have been feeling in my heart. I don't even watch the news. I don't know what's going on with Trump. I didn't know about the impeachment until my coworkers told me. I don't I don't burden my heart and I don't burden my delicate and fragile mind with that because I know how agitated I can get. So like I said, I've just been trying to be modest lately, and this was one way for me to do it. Oh man, this thing is all like, you know what? I give one thing to the Muslim girls. You have to be really creative. I didn't realize how creative they have to be to one get the scarf to stay on without sliding, and two, how to keep from like choking yourself. Cause I'm trying to do it all. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it because, like I said, my coworker, she told me, but she didn't tell me, and she didn't go into in this particular coworker. She's kind of excitable. Like I'm excitable. I'm hyper excitable, but she's like I didn't. You never know when to take her like seriously because she's kind of got a strong personality. I put it that way. She has a strong personality. Oh, it is broken. So yeah, I can definitely. Now that you giving me the heads up, now that you giving me the heads up, because I'm not trying to bring any unwanted attention, but it's still like for whatever reason I feel guilty. Like I'm not doing it to be a certain way. I'm doing it for me, a relationship between me and God. Period. For me to be modest. But look, this is modest, right? And this is what I was doing. My daughter hates this. My daughter hates this. I don't know why, but she hates this. This is what I got from the dollar store. I talked about this in the video too, but this is modest. This, and if I wanted to cover up the V-neck part, not like it's showing anything. It ain't showing anything. If I wanted to cover up the V-neck part, there we go. Boom. Still modest. Not as cute. Gotta admit, it's not as cute. But that makes me think. It makes me wonder. Like, I don't know why. Because on the one hand, that's not my battle, right? Well, when I'm talking about being Muslim. On the one hand, that's not my battle. But on the other hand, regardless, we're all in war now. We're all at war. Whether, oh man, this is really, 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 really. I understand Orthodox people do it to honor Mary and her plight, at least one reason. Yeah. But like I said, there's so many different ways to wear it. One is definitely distinct. And I've been looking up turban styles. Like even Muslim women wear it different depending on what country they come from and what culture they're part of. Um, it's really interesting and beautiful. But there's so many different ways to wear it that, I mean, from the one that you're covering, and they do it this way to cover the neck, because the neck is, whatever. It's not just covering the hair, it's covering the neck. Like this particular shirt that I've got on, a little bit of my skin shows back there. So there's lots of way to do it, but I'm trying to think. I think most of the Christian women that I've seen do it like I said, the Russian babushka. I'm probably calling her the wrong thing. But the Russian babushka is just the triangle square, long, folded in half triangle square of a scarf, and then they just tie it up under their neck. And they look like your typical, AKA grandma, whatever you want to call it. KC Detox Diva, good morning. I have been looking for your channel. The link does not work on your IG. Somebody else told me that. Well, good morning and welcome, and thank you for joining me. Now, the link on my bio. Oh, speaking of reactions. Casey, I don't know if you just came in or if you saw me in a minute, but I am so glad that you found me and told me that. I'm going to look that up. Go back about 5 minutes and you will see that my hair is covered up in a much different way, much like this. And this is how I wore my scarf today. Similar, but not quite. Anyway, it was pinned up. And so if you don't know, I am a Christian. I'm a Christian woman. Here's my biblical reference. Jesus Christ is my savior. So I'm a Christian woman, and for the last couple months, I have been, well, not months. All my life, I've really been covering my hair with a bandana. But the last couple months, I've been like, I want to cover my hair. Don't know why, I want to cover my hair. And I want it to be pretty. So, hence the turban. Watching tutorials, there's, different ways to do turbans where you wrap. You should, if you watch YouTube, right? So there's lots of different ways to wrap, and do it in all different kind of ways. And I've tried all that stuff, and I'm gonna continue to do it. That looks so messy, and I'm gonna continue to do it in different ways where it can be, wrapped. But today, in particular, today and yesterday, I wore it in a hijab style. Um, I wear scarves, and I'm actually going to make some scarves. Um, okay, so I'm wearing it in a typical hijab style, which I even looked up the word. It doesn't even mean that particular thing. It just means covering. The actual word in Arabic means covering. Why am I watching that videos like that? Because I wanna understand. When people approach me, I want to know what they're talking about, and I want them to know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, I'm wearing the scarf like I was just wearing it, and yesterday and today, because one, I have two challenges going on. One is a wear makeup everyday challenge, which I'm so far so good, and two is kind of a personal challenge. I haven't really been telling you about it, but it's my personal challenge. Like, how modest can I be? And I wanted to cover my hair, and even though I'm growing my hair out, I want to show my hair eventually, but I'm growing my hair out and I want to keep it in protective styles, and I want to cover it up. Hence the scarves again. Bunny was just telling me about things that are going on in the news, which I had no clue about because I don't watch the news. Yeah, I don't watch the news at all. The reason I don't watch the news because one, I don't watch TV, which is a whole video in itself, and two, depression and anxiety. I get triggered. I don't. I just can't. I get most of my news from. I get my traffic and my weather from my phone. That's all I need because I don't really go anywhere. I just need to know what's my commute going to be like to work, and do I need to wear a sweater? And then everything else I get filtered out through my coworkers. So my coworker was telling me last night, well, she was telling me bits and pieces. Trump has made us go to war. And she didn't say anything else. She just went back to work. And then my other coworker, hey, I just want to know your opinion on, what's going on, and, your reason for you wearing your scarf. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm clueless. And I don't know if she thought I was being funny or what, but I was not being funny. I had no idea. So they clued me in a little bit, but not enough. They didn't say, hey, Kenya, this is what's happening in the world today. I don't know if you know it, but X, Y, and Z happened. And since X, Y, and Z happened, ABC is happening now. And so said this, and so said this back. Did you know that? Is that why you're like, they didn't go into detail? That would have been helpful. And then I would have said, no, I didn't know that. And I would have, I probably still would have worn it, but yeah, interesting. Um, I wear scarves, and I'm actually going to wear some nice KC. I can't find bright and colorful, so I'm going to make them with satin or silk linings, but I have never used electric sewing machine, so once I learn it, it will be smooth sailing. Are you sure you want to just start off with the electric? Because it might be, I mean, depending on how much material you have to work with, well, it would be faster, but I don't know. The last time I tried to do something on a sewing machine, I was in my teens. It didn't go well. The material went all it was not good. Um, Casey says I don't watch TV either. Thank you, Banicula. Happy New Year. The relative who called doesn't watch news either until they saw the police. See, and here's another thing. Like, you guys are the most that I talk to people. Sometimes to my coworkers, but not even that. I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. I go to work and I come home. And I go to work and I come home. And in between that, I don't watch TV. So can you live in a bubble? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I also don't have friends. Don't pity me. It's just a thing. I really don't have friends. Since I've been in Texas, I've met a couple of people that I got close with, but I don't have friends. So I go to work, I come home, I stay in my bubble. I go to work, I come home, and I don't watch TV, which means when these things are going on, I'm completely insulated from it. Completely. I haven't seen any police anywhere. Relative who called doesn't watch TV either until they saw the police. So used to, and are you used to on an antique machine? Um, yeah, the ones that I had was back in the 80s. My grandmother had sewing machines, and they're probably really nice ones now, where like everything's digital and you like program it in like a Cricut, the little Cricut machines, paper cutting machines or whatever. It's CRICUT, Cree cut, not Cricut, like chirp chirp. Yeah. I was thinking about making some, but the way I want to do it, I want to do it with like some Velcro strips because I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I was thinking, especially since this thing kept moving around my head, because I'm moving like I don't talk about where I work, but I do work in a factory type setting, and in my factory type setting, I'm moving around. I'm moving around. I'm moving around, and even though I had this thing on like secure, I'm telling you, it kept bunching up one way and bunching up another way and bunching up another way and bunching up another way. And I was like, man, I wonder if I can like get some Velcro strips and go Velcro, Velcro, or snap, snap, or snap, snap. And then it was like bunching up in a way that it was like making me super hot. And so I had to like roll it a certain way and tuck it a certain way. And all I really wanted, I just wanted this part covered, I want my little neck covered, and I wanted my scarf thing, my turban covered. But yeah, my daughter hates this turban. She's like, "Oh, mom, that doesn't look good on you. That doesn't look good on you at all." Here's the thing: when I was her age, I didn't think they looked good either. I was like, "Why? If you have hair, why would you not want to show your hair?" That was my that was my logic as a teen up into my 20s. Like, if you have hair, why would you not want to share it? But it's an easy breezy way to. It's a different look. That's all it is. It's a different look. You know what? The way I was wearing it though, I couldn't wear earrings. I know there's a different way to wear headscarves, but I couldn't even wear my earrings. The way I did it yesterday, I could. See, it's a whole different look now. But even when I wore my turban to her little performance thing, I think that was Vlogmas Day what? Vlogmas Day 24, 23, and I took my picture with my little turban, and I didn't have on eye lashes, but I had on a little bit of lipstick and my little thing and my little simple black sweater, and she was like, "Oh, mom." I'm like, "Dang, girl, what? Maybe I should have came out in my house coat and my slippers with that, because I really don't dress well at all. I wear like the same thing every day: work clothes, t-shirt, and jeans." I was like, "You want me to wear my work clothes?" She's like, "Well, I thought you would." I said, "No, I do have some nice clothes. You don't want me to wear that?" Now we're talking notions and sewing stuff. Do you make videos of your scarves, KC, on a 3D machine? No, I wasn't doing YouTube when I used to, but I will start. For sewing, you're going to make videos on sewing. I'm thinking about moving to Texas next year. Welcome. There's plenty of room. We'd love to have you. I say that like I'm a native Texan. I'm from Michigan, born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan. I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as soon as I could. That's my philosophy. But a lot of people that that are here's another thing. Texas is filled with so many people from other places. Like, it's hard pressed to actually find a native Texan here, because everybody's moving from somewhere else. But most of the people that have moved here that I've talked to, they're like, they don't like it. Me, I love it. I love it. I love it. Bunny says, "I would join your channel to see your progress." Yes, it's an embroidery and quilting machine. My mom might know about the quilting part. I think she took a couple quilting classes, and she showed me pictures a couple years ago. That's a really long process. You have to be dedicated to be a quilter, don't you? Well, I guess you have to be dedicated to be a seamstress or a tailor in general, because you can't just throw something together. You have to take your time, measure, plan. Don't you have to like draw something out on paper? Draw it on paper and like line it up like different shirts. You have to line up the cuff part with the front part with the back part. Like, there's a lot of planning that goes into sewing, but I'm assuming that with quilting it's a lot more intense because you're working with squares. Oh, not even squares, because sometimes they have the different geometric patterns, right? Yeah, I've seen this. And then, matter of fact, I don't know a whole lot about quilting, but I pick up trivial knowledge here and there. There's different patterns for quilting, right? And each of those patterns have like some kind of historical meaning, or not historical meaning, but each of the patterns like kind of tell a story. They mean something different depending on the geometric shape, right? Life of Key says, good morning, Life of Key. I will join you, and yes, it's embroidery and quilting. I'm going to be rich reading the manuals and watching tutorials. Just looked. What does to mean biblically? I don't know. Whose question is that for? Is that for me? Is that for me? What does to mean biblically? Oh, you talking about some Kabbalah stuff, huh? Oh, I don't know. I know just enough to know I don't know. I don't know. I know just enough. Oh, that was for KC. No, but you say biblically. That was a question for her. I'm so lost. You have to Google for it or wait for the video. And then Laverne's coming back in saying hello. Bunny. Yeah, Bunny. What does two mean biblically? Is that on her channel where she sent? Now you gonna make me go look. Hold on, y'all. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go and see because now I'm like I want to know. Don't leave me out. Don't leave the host out of the conversation. I want to know too. I thought you were talking about some Kabbalah stuff like what does two mean? Because I know different colors and different come on YouTube. YouTube, you want to let me do it? How about if I do it on Firefox? Thought you were gonna stop me. Can't stop me. Now I am so certainly curious. You know what? I said I might do it, and I'm gonna do it. You guys, I'm so hungry. I was hungry before I went on the Daniel fast, though. So say hello to my little friend, the pear, and say goodbye. Yes, this is gonna be a mini mukbang. Cause if I don't eat this pear right now, I'm going to demolish a McDonald's hamburger right about now, or something that's not on the Daniel fast. Let me real quick. Let me tune into my channel so I can, because it's not letting me on here. Like I clicked on your name where it says go to channel, and it said error or something weird. But yeah, if I don't eat this right now, I'm probably gonna eat something that I'm gonna regret later, like that bag of popcorners. I had a whole bag of popcorn chips. A whole bag. Not a whole bag. It might be some crumbs in there. Okay. I can see myself. I'm just munching. Okay. Okay, here we go. Go to channel. See, I couldn't do it on Chrome because I'm live on Chrome, it wouldn't let me go to your channel while you're in my chat. Why can't I just go to your channel? Holistic and motivational speaker. Detox Diva. Unity and prayer. Reiki, right? Isn't that how you say it? Reiki reading. Welcome to my spiritual oasis. Oh, I like your little intro video. I like the camera point of view. Think happy thoughts. I'm trying. Okay, I gotta pause that because I want to go and see. I want to clue myself in. Okay. I don't see anything about the number 2, and so I'm probably going to have to bookmark this page and come back later because I got a live stream to host. I got 5 viewers and 4 likes. Could I get one more like, please, if somebody forgot their thumb on the way in? Don't thumb your nose at me. Just thumb the live stream. That was funny, wasn't it? Not really. It was kind of cheesy. I'm a cheesy person. Oh, I shouldn't talk about cheese. I'm so hungry. Man, giving up dairy on this Daniel fast. It's the pits, you guys. It's the pits. Now I lost my room. Here we go. Okay, now I gotta catch up because I was over on the other channel. I looked at her channel before joining. I'm not going to be doing quilting. Oh, I thought I saw something about quilting. Oh, you're talking about embroidering. Oh, the machine. The machine does embroidery and quilting. Oh, I got 6 viewers. 6 viewers and 4 likes. Can I get one more thumbs up? Whoever just popped into the room. And thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, I got 7 viewers. Oh, wow. 7 viewers. See, I get excited easily. With the 7 viewers, may I please get 7 thumbs up? Okay, I got one more like. One more like. Somebody found their thumb. Somebody found their thumb. Oh, I scared them away. Oh, well. They'll be back. Maybe they just had to leave. They didn't know how to subscribe, so they had to go to my homepage and subscribe the long way. You got to think positive. Okay. Haha on the mini mukbang. Hi, I saw it somewhere. It's going to... Oops. Got my studio falling apart now. That's fine to say. No problem. No problem. I saw it somewhere. It's going to be a live stream. Oh, okay. On February 2nd, 2020. So I've not done it yet. I got you. So you got something scheduled. Okay. And the significance of two. Um, the significance of two. There's gonna be a lot of those. There's gonna be a lot of those. 220 or 220. Yeah, 220, 2020. What else? Somebody else the other day said it's gonna be 420 all day in April. I was like, it took me a minute because I don't smoke. So I was like, oh yeah, ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of those. Mm. Mm 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 mm. Asian pear, the perfect crunch and juiciness, and I got it at Target. I've only been able to get this at the Asian market before. Mm. So, Life of Key and or Laverne, have you been watching the news lately? Because Bunny clued me on a lot of stuff. And as much as I would still like to be modest and do my thing, and I really do like the style that I was wearing, but I'm not trying to represent something that I'm not. Oh, here's another thing. So for my makeup challenge, I'm wearing makeup every day this year. And I'm proving it by posting pictures on Instagram. I was late yesterday, so it looks like I posted it today, but it's from last night because I was at work. And I've been putting on my hashtags makeup every day, makeup 365, something something, Christian head covering, right? Because people might come on and assume. So if they want to look at the hashtags, I put head covering, modesty, Christian head covering. And I had a guy come on and said, "Are you Muslim?" Not hello, not nice scarf, not pretty makeup, not I like, but are you Muslim? That was it. And I left them a message back. Matter of fact, I will read it for you. Come on now. Come on, phone. Don't fail me now. Okay. I knew my phone was gonna. Oh, it didn't die. My phone is old, you guys. My phone is so old. But you work, keep working. Good girl, good girl. Okay. Let's see. Hey, KC Detox Steve, I thought your name looked familiar. You like my Instagram too. Thanks. Oh well, you just came in the room and told me that the link didn't work. Matter of fact, I'll remember it. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna put that on my sticky note. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to say set reminder in 1 hour. Change Instagram bio link.
Got it. In 1 hour, change Instagram bio link.
Okay.
When do you want to be reminded?
In 1 hour. Didn't I just say that?
Sure, I'll remind you at 9:37 a.m.
Didn't I just say that? Anyways, okay, so thank you. But yeah, that's what I was saying on the Instagram. So I go on there and on today's Instagram, well, I won't show you his name, but if you go on my Instagram, you can see it. You are a Muslim. That's what he asked me 8 hours ago. My reply was, thank you, sir. Nope, that was a reply to a reply to a reply. My reply was, no, sir, I am not a Muslim. I am a Christian. I am covering my hair for modesty. But yes, Muslim ladies do usually wear their head covering in this style. If you look at my YouTube videos, you will see me wearing different headscarf, but in different styles. Or sometimes I just wear a hat or a turban. Lately, I'm trying to be more modest, so I'm trying different ways to style my head covering. No disrespect to Muslims. Thank you for checking out my Instagram. His response, I think it's cool to be modest, and I'm sure Muslim women won't find it offensive either. They'll be proud instead. I wish you luck on your journey. And then my response was, thank you, sir, and I'll head over to YouTube so you can check out my videos. I said that. And share my channel with your friends. And here's the thing. He also said, send the link. I put the link in the message. Oh, this thing is dripping. It's so juicy. And then he said the link didn't work. And I thought he meant the link that I replied with. So, yeah, 40 Entrepreneur Drive is my channel name. If you type it in, it will come up. I'm the only one with a name like it. The only other thing that pops up, I think, when you check me out, when you type in my name manually, is E40. Y'all remember the rapper E40? Well, anybody my age would. All right, let me close up some of these. One, I got too many tabs open. And then, okay, what else I got going on? Close up Firefox. I'm so hungry. I'm trying to stay faithful and I'm trying to stay strong, but I don't know if I can stay on the Daniel fast. I'm doing too much. I'm working. I have a physical job. I'm on my feet all night. And two, I'm using a lot of brain cells. Like, I know y'all don't think, people might not think using your brain doesn't burn calories. Yes, it does. Editing videos, conducting live streams, going out to the bookstore to get my books. And when I get to school, I'm going to be studying. I'm hungry. But students do it. If students can't do it, why can't I? Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. Okay, let me get back in the chat room. Because I kind of messed up. Not messed up, but I get sidetracked. Okay, that's my birthday. That's why you were wondering. Happy pre-birthday. Yes, happy, yeah, not belated, but happy pre-birthday. No, I don't watch the news life of Key. This would be Haven or Heaven. Could be both. Haven is like a sanctuary, but this would be heaven for a numerologist. I'm guilty. I don't watch the news either. See, look at all of us uninformed people. If it wasn't for people like Bunny, we would all be in the dark. And then people like me, well, you know what? Let me not say it that way, because I was gonna say something that still might be a very sensitive issue, very sensitive, touchy subject. Let me just put it this way: I'm out here wearing my hair in a way that identifies me in a group that right now is in a hot seat that I didn't know about. But again, now I feel guilty. Like, oh, it's easy for me to just take my scarf off. So what does that mean? But I don't have to take it off. I can just redo it a different way. But then again, a Muslim person could too. But would they? Because like I said, there's so many different ways to cover your hair with modesty. And I've noticed the way they do it, they cover up their neck to be modest with the neck and even the back of the neck. So a Muslim girl could easily take the heat and unnecessary attention off of herself by wrapping it a different way. But would she feel guilty for that? I don't know. But yeah, there's been the threat of world war, and it happened about 8 hours or more. I read that's how I found you from your message to him. Oh, okay. When you click the link in the bio, it says your channel does not exist. How rude. And I remember at one time you were talking about shutting down your channel. Yeah, that was a couple months ago. I was trying to give up a lot. It was so frustrating. But I did shut down my online store, and I'm gonna bring it back. You say E40 is from your hometown. Say what? Where is E40 from? Where are you from? I might have asked you this before. If so, I'm sorry. You have to make sure your link works so others can come. Girl, let me do that right now. You know what? I updated it because there's a way, it's supposed to be a clever way, to get more people to subscribe. And, well, you can read how it is on there. And if you put that little thing on the end, when people come to your channel, it will be like, hey, do you want to subscribe to this channel? And you can click yes. And then you can get to the videos, right? It's like a little pop-up. But if the link is not working, then heck, I'll just put the regular one. The regular one leads you to the channel, and it just straight on in. Let me see. How do I get there? I go here. I go edit profile. And then I'm just going to take off the ending. That's all it is. It's just the ending. It should work now. Because the 40 Entrepreneur Drive part, that is my actual channel name. Let's try it out, y'all. Let's try it out for all to see. So I updated it. I just took that little ending part off. Let me see if that'll work. If not, then I gotta go in and just like delete it and start it all over again. What is it saying? Oops, something went wrong. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my channel. And I'm going to click on my intro video, my little trailer video. Come on, where's my little trailer video? Well, how about this? I'm going to click on a random video just so anything can work. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to edit and paste. Just so something can work. Yeah, I might just put a random video up there, see if that'll work. Ta-da! It took me to one of the Kwanzaa videos. So thank you for letting me know that. I'd rather have somebody go to a random Kwanzaa video than not find me at all. And that way you're already on my page. Okay, Okay, year 2020 will be a great year for numerologists. A lot of people have been saying that 2020 is just going to be a really auspicious year. I say it because of 2020, 2020 vision. Like I've been singing to my family. They're like, please stop. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Okay. It's a leap year. I don't know. Leap year means one less day or one more day. Because one less day that I have to put on makeup is better for me. I just don't like wearing makeup. It looks cute. But it's a bother. It's a bother. If I had worn makeup growing up as a teen, it'd like be a part of my personality and part of my routine, but it's okay. I cannot remember. It's been a while since we had a leap year. I know. Let's ask Google. Is it a leap year?
Leap year began on Wednesday, January 1st, 2020, and ends on Thursday, December 31st.
So it is a leap year. But what does that mean? Did we get one extra? How about this? How many days in the year 2020?
366 days.
Uh-oh.
According to day numbers for 2020, the year 2020 has 366 days.
Okay, you guys hear that? Okay, so that's one extra day I have to wear my makeup on now. Thanks a lot. Okay, so leap year means extra year. I can never remember if it means less or not. So this is the one time a year when people who are born on was it April 30th? 29th? No, February. Good grief. February. I'm just going to stop talking about leap year right now because thank you. Yeah, 29 days. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay, so I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, but I live in Tampa, Florida. Okay. I work with a guy from KC. He wears the KC hat all the time. Ace says, good morning. Okay. Hello, Ace, Life of Key. I haven't been on your channel because I thought it was gone. You're missing out on us. I need to make sure I'm known. I'm glad. Thank you. I'm. You know what? It's funny because I keep getting new followers on Instagram, and I'm like, they like something about me, and I'm talking about my channel. How come they're not coming to my channel? Because I can tell, when there's a little bit of growth. But if they can't find you easily nowadays, if people cannot click and go, most people are gonna click and pass. Charging my tablet for a few. Be right back. Okay, bunny. It's working. Don't change it. I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, even though it leads people to the Kwanzaa video, at least it leads up to me. I was just saying that yesterday. What's that? Saying what yesterday? 29th of February, Black History Month, got an extra day. Yay. Okay. And an extra day of makeup for you. Boo. I feel sorry for people whose birthday is the 29th. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's like, those people only have a birthday every 4 years, right? A lot to like about you. Gee, thanks. At least I think that was for me, right? I like to think so. I like to think that I've got a great personality, positive attitude, and lots of fun stuff to talk about. But finding my tribe has been a challenge. It has been a challenge. I'm hungry and this is good, but I want more. And plus, I'm sure you guys are tired of me crunching in your ear unless you want me to do it some ASMR. Hold on, I gotta do it off camera because I don't want to be just spitting on you guys. Hold on. Let me know if you can hear this real quick. That was a big crunch. I'm gonna put this to the side. But I am hungry though. I'm so hungry. And there's this gas station, like gas station food. I know people are like, "Ooh, gas station food," but no. There's a gas station by me with a Mexican kitchen inside. They make the bomb food. They make the bomb breakfast burritos. Like, even if you just order a side of eggs from them, I've never tasted eggs like that before. Like, I don't know what Mexican seasonings they're putting in there, but it is the bomb. So if you get a breakfast burrito, one is this big, is this big. Two, the tortillas are not like grocery store tortillas. They're homemade. They're like they're making them, and oh man, they're thin, and the way they crisp up on the sides, and then whatever seasoning they're putting in the eggs, and they chop up the potatoes, and they don't use like regular cheese. They use Mexican cheese, which is like it's white cheese. What is it? It's not Fresco, is it? Y'all know what I'm saying. If you've had Mexican food before, it's not plain shredded cheese. And then they give you a choice of red and green sauce, but it's homemade. So I'm like, oh. And then you can get bacon and sausage or chorizo. Why am I talking about food when I'm on a Daniel fast? I don't know, but the point is, I want one of those so bad. And it's like 5 minutes away from me, and it's that big. Did I tell you that? Yeah, I told you that already. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss anything because it was not on live. It was not on. It's supposed to be on. Well, anybody who doesn't host a live stream, if you're on live chat, you get the comments as they come. But if you're on top chat, it only shows some comments, and I don't know why, but it just went back to top chat. Okay. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Yeah, that song has been playing in my head like for the last year, thinking about 2020. Um, what gas station is that? The gas station is actually a Shell station. Like it's Shell is different from the actual place, but yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? I noticed that about Texas. Well, at least since I came here, there are a lot of gas stations with restaurants in them or like little kitchens in them. So there's Fuel City. I made a Vlogmas video about that. You should check it out. Fuel City is where I got the burrito bowl. There's another one that just opened up not too far from me, and it's another Mexican place. And I can't remember what I got there, but it was okay. It was okay. There's another gas station like right across from where I got that other food, and they have breakfast and lunch, and they give you. Oh, matter of fact, when I was sick, I got a nice bowl of Mexican caldo de res, which is basically beef stew. I mean, like they give it to you in a real bowl, like hard ceramic bowl. You feel like you're at your grandma's house if your grandma was Mexican, and you just get this big bowl of soup, and it's like hot, and it's got big chunks of corn, like a big, not ham hock. It's not a ham hock, but it's like a big piece of beef, but it's got the bone in it. Kind of looks like an oxtail, but it's not. This big piece of meat with the cartilage on it and all the good marrow stuff that's good for you. And I'm sorry if you're vegetarian, but I'm just saying. And it's got like the chunks of potato and something else that looks like a potato, but it's not. It's called chayote, and it got a little bit of crunch, and it got the carrot slice, and they take their time to make the food. Like it's a gas station, but it's actual the little kitchen where you can sit down at a little table, and oh man, why am I doing this to myself? The point is, I said all that to say, when you think of gas station food, like when I think of gas station food back home, yeah, it's a gas station. They got the little candy, they got the pop, they got the chips, and they got a little refrigerated section over here with some sandwiches that are like the meat is gray and it looks old and it looks nasty. Like that's the kind of gas station food I grew up with. Like I don't want that. Or not like the newer ones, like they have sandwiches. Like well, I just said sandwiches. Well, these were like submarine sandwiches, but the newer ones have like cut in half. Like they look like homemade sandwiches, and they still look nasty or smell funny. Ugh. Or they have those fake burgers that's like wrapped up and you can pop them in a microwave. Like no, that's not gas. That's not the gas station food I'm talking about. These places that I'm going to are real restaurants. I think I think they're just getting their start, like their startup companies or whatever, or maybe that's their niche. Like we know people got to get gas, so let's feed them on their way. Okay, let me get back to the chat because I get off topic. That's why I have my little notes. I told you I have my little sticky notes. I have my little sticky notes. Dog years is 7 years and leap years is 4. So how do they celebrate their birthday? Same thing with cats. I have cats. Um, I don't. Good question. Um, mm, that means they don't age as fast. Well, no, they still age faster. I was gonna say they don't age as fast because on a leap, yeah, they don't age as fast. Because if they only age during a leap year, then you can only count those 7 on a leap year. So, yeah, my cat would be only 14 now instead of 7 and 7, 14 instead of, I don't know, she's like 90 something now. Yeah, my cat is old. My cat, I've had her since 2004. Whew. You guys, I gotta wrap this up. Why? Because I got off work at 6 in the morning, and I got the only reason why I stayed up is because I gotta go get these books. I'm gonna be taking some classes. Why are you going back to school, Kenya? I'm glad you asked. I want to get a teaching certificate. Why do you want to get a teaching certificate? You want to go? You want to teach in a school? No, that's part of my multiple income streams. Really? How's that gonna work out? Stay tuned to find out. Yes. Actually, I'll give you guys a quick preview. You can go check one of these videos out after you get off of here with me. And I do appreciate you all for staying with me. I didn't know if I would catch anybody this early in the morning, but it's early for me. It may not be early for you. So there are places called, hold on, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. Quick rundown. Teach English on your phone, through your phone. Why is that on your phone? Yeah, so if you look up Teach English on your phone or Teach English through online, you will find places like Palfish. See if I can see this in the reflection. You will see things like Palfish, Cambly, Superlingo. I think that says Superlingo. Snaplingo. Oh, come on now. Give me a break. Tutoring Lab, Talk List, 247 My Tutor, Schooly, Boxfish, JLGL, Jiwawa, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Jiliguala, Education, Pop On, Tandem, Nice Talk, and there's some other ones that are geared especially for kids. And you, yes, you can teach kids in China and other foreign countries how to speak English. And if you say, well, I don't have an English degree, that's okay. All you usually need is any type of degree, like a bachelor's degree and or a TOEFL certificate, which is I'm working on both of those. And if you say, well, I can barely speak English myself, trust me, if you're a native English speaker, you're probably going to be fine. And that's one of the multiple income streams that I discovered a couple months ago. I've been watching lots of videos on it and trying to do some research on it. I can get a certificate, which is a teaching English as a foreign language certificate, or I can get a degree, or I can get them both. And so that's why I'm going back to school. Just a basic degree, I've got enough credits for an associate's right now. So I just got to go back to college for a little bit more. And yeah, when I'm ready to retire, I still want to be working. I just want to make my own money. And well, anyways, watch my channel. I talk about it all the time. eBay, YouTube, books, affiliate links, voiceover, teaching online, and something else. Like those are my 7. Excuse me. Those are my 7 that I'm trying to work on so that I can be financially independent. But yeah. Oh, and my other, I said YouTube already. I do have other YouTube channels, but they're not really for making money. They're for practicing something else. So yeah, yes, we would be up with you while you were getting off. We were just getting off. Okay, thank you, Laverne Dorsey. And to everybody else in the chat room, thank you again. I got to go get these books so I can come back home because I am sleepy. I'm very, very sleepy. Anybody who forgot to leave their like, leave me that like. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Yeah, I got 4 viewers, 4 at the moment, 5 likes. Whoever that was that popped in and out, they could have gave me a thumbs up before they left, but that's okay. That's okay. I still love you. uh, I'm so sleepy. I don't know if I should go to sleep first and then get my books. No, I got to do it while my mind is on. Got to do it while I'm out. Mm, mm, mm. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me on social media.